On that point, I would say him and the maid of honor daughter get along great, so he has someone to play with here at the very least. Plus, she really is a dear and is quite clearly trying to distract him, as I think the maid of honor is trying to do as well. Should also say here that her dad is helping me with the divorce. We had a prenup with an infidelity clause, so things should be okay, but he tells me these things can be dragged out. I don't really know what's gonna happen, but it's a safe bet that my soon-to-be ex-wife's idea of petty revenge for some crazy reason has really blown up everything. Thank you again for the advice people gave me. Even if I was the idiot who didn't listen to see it myself, I do appreciate it. A favor, get your own place and stop staying with maid of honor. Oh, sorry, did I say mother-in-law? Your ex will start saying you were actually cheating with maid of honor the whole time, and it will seem believable because you're living with her. And honestly, living with a kind, helpful woman when you're down could lead to accidents. Focus on your kids and your hobbies for a while. Don't immediately start dating. I had my first therapist appointment today, and they thought updating here might be helpful for me, so here I am. To begin with, there are some things I'd like to clarify. First, maid of honor's dad, like many divorce lawyers, has private eyes he's working with. It was one of them who found proof of my soon-to-be ex-wife's affair. The man might be very eager to help me get out of my marriage due to the fact that his daughter was my sister-in-law's best friend and therefore has some skin in the game here, but he didn't break any ethical boundary. Second, I thought it would be obvious, but yes, my sister-in-law did call off the wedding. When she found out about the affair, she did call everything off. Also, I didn't mention this before, but the private investigator did find a picture of the dress my soon-to-be ex-wife was going to wear, and it was going to be red and extremely revealing. Sorry I didn't mention that last time when I made my post. I was also watching the kids, so I was a little distracted. Next, when it comes to maid of honor, I didn't mention this before because it didn't seem relevant, but she does have a boyfriend. It's a sort of new relationship. They aren't living together, but she's not single, and also he's a great guy. Quite often, maid of honor is out of the house being there for sister-in-law. He will come along and hang out with me and the kids while we build Legos or play dress up. He's even brought a friend of his along once or twice. All that being said though, I have since moved me and my son out. That was always the plan. It just took me time to find a place I could start renting. In spite of the fact that maid of honor has a boyfriend, I'm not an idiot. I knew how it looked. I just wanted out of the house quickly, and staying with her to begin with was the best option I had.
Makes sense.
On that point, I'm told my ex and her lawyer are trying to challenge the prenup. Mine says everything is in my favor though, so I'll need to wait, but it should break my way eventually. As far as my son is concerned, I'm told everything should be good there as well. I'll probably have to allow some kind of visitation, but it will be minor. I'll also add that my father-in-law and mother-in-law have since contacted me to talk about everything, and they say they're happy to help me manage stuff like the visitation in the future, so I don't have to see my ex. Worth pointing out here that they are proving to be really good parents. They're not refusing to talk to my ex, apparently, but they have made it clear she's cut off from any family money now. I suspect this will mean she will go no contact with them in spite of their offer to stay in contact. But that's where things stand with them.
Stand your ground.
Lastly, I feel I should mention the term my therapist mentioned when I was talking about how I met my ex. Apparently back then was what was called love bombing. When I met my ex in college, I had dated before, but she was actually my first real relationship. So when she was showering me with all this affection and wanted to spend so much time together, it really felt good. Afterward, I wanted to make her happy and try to get us as a couple back to how we had been when we started. But I'm told it was a pattern of control, and looking back now, I do see it.